What's going on, boys? I got a college football picks for you for Saturday, October 4th. With this format I'm about to give you guys, you could turn $20 into $200. But of course, before we get into that, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. Obviously, I've got the parlay play map up for you guys already. Same deal as usual. If you guys are new, listen up. If you guys live in any of these yellow states, you guys can absolutely bet with parlay play or chalkboard. This map will go for both of them. But just talk to you guys about these individual apps themselves really quickly. If you guys want to go download the chalkboard app, throw in that code SBL when you guys are signing up. You guys will get all their free picks they put up for every single sport every single day, as well as a free $20. Says it right here, no deposit necessary at all. You guys get that free $20 no matter what you put into the app. So super sweet deal there. And then over on Parlay Play, if you guys want to download the Parlay Play app, you guys are going to get a 100% deposit match up to $100, as well as a $5 free game at sign up. No deposit necessary for that $5 free game. Again, you guys get that no matter what you put in. So super sweet deal there. Again, I would recommend that you guys take as much advantage of that deposit match as possible. It's literally just free money. So you guys can put in $100, make that free 100, and then just pull your actual money out. You're up $100. Again, awesome deal right there. But if you guys want to go download both of them and throw in that code SBL over on both apps, you guys can make $120 in under 5 minutes. Honestly, it'll probably take you guys like 2 or 3 minutes. Super easy, literally free money. That's how I made a lot of money when I started betting. So again, awesome deal there. Just to talk to you guys about some of our picks these last couple days. Again, we have been going nuclear on these picks. Super good week so far. Obviously, sweeping Monday night. Great right there. Tuesday, swept VIP. Obviously, no video for Tuesday's baseball, but we still had VIP, swept VIP there. And then this little square you see down here with Ian Happ and Carlos Rodon. We hit that for another unit on VIP on Wednesday. And then obviously these two guys are going to be the Thursday night football games. Went up another unit in VIP and swept YouTube. So currently in the last week or so, we are, what are we? We swept on Monday night, swept on Tuesday, went 3-1 on Wednesday, and then last night had another sweep and another 3-1 in VIP. So we're like, I don't know, too lazy to do the math. I think that's like 10-2 or something like that. Something real close to that. But that being said, we're going to jump into these picks. Pretty sweet little slate we've got for college football tomorrow. Some pretty damn good games. So we're just going to jump straight into it. Obviously, our first pick is going to be Justice Haynes. We're taking him over 104.5 rushing yards. Obviously, this line is super high. But you can see why right here. 159, 125, 104, 149. This dude averages like 130 a game. Obviously, it's kind of what Michigan does. They just run the ball a whole ton. So he's getting a ton of carries. They probably have one of, if not the strongest run game in the entire nation. They love running the ball a lot. I think that this is going to be not a very tough one for them. They're playing Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin hasn't allowed a ton of rushing yards, but they haven't really played a team with a very solid running back like Michigan has. Yes, they played Alabama. Alabama's 2 running backs at split time. They've had exactly 2 games combined over like 50 or 60 yards, whatever that math is. But obviously, Justice Haynes is a lot better than any running back they faced before. This O-line is geared to run the ball. So absolutely love this. 104, this should absolutely hit. Love that pick as our first one. Our second one is going to be Concepcion. We're taking him over 66.5 receiving yards. He is playing against Mississippi State. Yes, Mississippi State put up a huge fight against Tennessee last week. That was a super fun game to watch. However, in that game, Tennessee had 2 wide receivers go over 100 yards. This guy only needs 67. So obviously, really not going to be that hard for him to get. Obviously, this entire season, just been flying over this number. Last year, when he was at NC State, literally talent-wise, one of the better wide receivers in the nation. I absolutely love watching this guy at NC State. I'm super glad that he's getting a huge chance at Texas A&M. He is putting up great numbers for him. Obviously, 113 against Auburn. Really good numbers. I don't think that this week's going to be any different. Mississippi State has a pretty good passing defense, but again, they just allowed 2 guys to go over 100 yards on a single team in a single game. So I think that 67 is going to be a pretty easy number for Concepcion to hit. Obviously, that offense is absolutely rolling. So love that. Our third pick is going to stick in that same game. We've got Kyle Ferry over 5.5 kicking points. They kick the ball a ton. Doesn't really matter if they're playing a really bad team or a really good team. Obviously, 10 against Tennessee. They kick the ball a lot. Yes, Texas A&M has a very good defense, but I think that that's going to play in our favor a little bit. I think that they're going to have to put up more field goals than they're really wanting to in this game. So, and on top of that, I think they're going to kick a ton of field goals. He only needs to hit 2 of them. And even if they have an out of this world performance like they did last week against Tennessee, he can still get it off of extra points. Now, do I think that they're going to score a ton of touchdowns? No, but again, I think they're going to kick a ton of field goals. So love that pick. Not much more has to be said about that. And then we're going to get into our fourth and final pick, which is going to be Ohio State's running back Bo Jackson. This guy actually just got the starting job just a couple weeks ago when they played Grambling. Obviously, got a ton of really good running backs there. Every single week, they seem to give this guy more and more carries. So I absolutely love that. I want to say he had like 8 or 9 in pretty much both these games. Obviously, those are games where they've got like between 6 and 8 people on their team getting like 8+ carries. So don't check my math on that. I don't know if that's exactly true, but I know that a ton of people in both those games got a ton of carries. So that is besides the point. But in a bigger game against a solid team in Washington, he had like, I want to say it's 18 or 19 carries, a ton of carries. So again, this guy just got the starting job, true freshman, super, super talented guy. He's going to get a lot of work on this Ohio State offense, especially against Minnesota. Minnesota last week allowed like 160 to whoever they played last week. I don't even remember who it was, but they allowed a ton of yards. So absolutely, absolutely love this play. 71.5 should be a cakewalk for this guy. Again, it's the best team in the nation. They're going to absolutely blow out Minnesota. This game's not even going to be close. They're going to run the ball an absolute ton. So love that. These are going to be the 4 plays I've got for you guys. Obviously, just to go over them really quick, I know there's a lot of talking. I'm sorry, but Justice Haynes, more than 104.5 rushing yards. This guy is one of, if not the best running back in the nation as far as yards per game go. He's averaging like 130, so love that. And then Casey Concepcion, more than 66.5 receiving yards. Again, just last week, Tennessee had 2 guys go over 100. And personally, I think that this Texas A&M offense is better than the Tennessee offense. So love that. And then we got Kyle Ferry, more than 5.5 kicking points in that same exact game. Again, Texas A&M's defense is very strong. I think that they're going to force Mississippi State to take a lot more field goals than they're comfortable with taking, but they're going to be forced to, and I think this guy can easily hit 2 of those. Really not a hard line to hit at all. And then we got Bo Jackson, more than 71.5 rushing yards. This guy has been doing a lot for this OSU offense these last couple of weeks, and they're playing Minnesota. So absolutely love all this, but that's really all I've got for you guys today. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.